Hello, welcome back to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown. I'm joined by Eddie Tofpik, Head of FX at ADMISI. Thank you for coming on to the show, Eddie.
Thank you.
Before we look at a few currencies, just a quick one. Middle of December, or the start of December, obviously Christmas period, seasonal period, towards the end. What are investors doing? There's a few things out in the market.
Yeah.
Are they stepping away, or are there trading opportunities still to be had?
I think we're still seeing opportunities. I mean, overnight we had the drop in the Aussie, which was on some data. We're still seeing activity in sterling because of the alleged deadline that's coming up tomorrow. And so we're seeing that in the euro sterling as well. And of course, there's Bitcoin, which is just going from, they're jumping 1,000 in a night at the moment, $1,000 in a night, which is fantastic. And that also leads into the new futures contract that comes in. The first one comes in on Monday, then the following week is the CME one, and then later on in the year will be, early new year will be the NASDAQ one. So there's still opportunities. Plus there is also the leader of the free world, President Trump, who is starting to sort of cause things to move around a little bit as well.
Yes, a lot of tweets from Mr. Trump again. But let's focus in on the three currencies.
Yeah.
Starting off with the dollar yen. Is it more of the same? The same story?
This is still going on. I was a little bit cautious last week because it was just where I thought the second shoulder was starting to form. But it's really forming. We are having a great, and this is the most technical of all the currency markets, because that's where technical analysis started for, was in Japan. You're getting a head and shoulders top. It's building nicely. We are now forming just over, possibly, just over the second shoulder. And we're looking potentially, if we do come down, it will come sub the 111 level, which will ideally should come sub the 111 level to test the neckline again. And then we see if it really is a head and shoulders top, and it breaks through, breaks down, maybe tests that long-term uptrend that we see, which is trading just around about par, no, not 109.25. So yes, this is still going on. We've still got the head and shoulders top. This is still happening. This is still going on.
As you say, very technical, and the Japanese basically invented the
this is one of the things that's actually still happening at this moment as we're going into the holiday season. So it is really happening at this particular moment. It's a great opportunity, and we've got some good ranges. We've got 3% range over 2 weeks, or 2.5% range over 2 weeks, which isn't too bad necessarily in any market.
So we'll look out, see how that pans out next week. You already mentioned the Aussie with the data this morning, as well with the Kiwi. Well, are we still looking at a downtrend on the Aussie dollar?
Right, we've been very blessed to have this movement down within this channel line for months. It's been well documented, it's brilliant. It reached the target level for the double top or triple top that happened there, which was around about the 75-60 area. Did that a little while ago. Then it started going sideways. And what happens now? We've broken through the upside of the channel. Now, two things to bear in mind. Number one, beware of false breaks in both directions. This at the moment looks like a false break on the upside, but it could also be a false break on the downside because it may have just tipped below where there's a lot of support around about the 75-25 area, and then it will just say, no, want to go straight back up again. Then there's a second thing I want you to bear in mind. We potentially have a key reversal on a weekly chart here. We have a higher high this week and a lower low at the moment for this week from the 2 previous weeks. Wherever it closes at the top end of it, say something around about 76.25 or higher, or at the lower end of it, under 75.5, that could be the next direction. So it'd be very interesting to see where it closes tomorrow night. But then, this is another one. This is happening right now. This is could be a false break in either direction. But the weekly chart will give the direction for what's going on next. At the moment, it still looks as if we've had a breakout through the upper channel, and we're going to have a little bit of a rest and go back down into that. But that's not certain until we see tomorrow night's close.
We'll look out for that.
Yeah.
Watch that, viewers. And finally, let's have a look at the South African rand. Something forming here?
This is interesting because you've got the medium moving average, which is that purple line that goes right across there, which it's bouncing off of. Plus, there's a significant Fibonacci level, which is at 1347.61. It's bouncing off of both of those. It closed once below it and then has gone back up again. It seems to be 3 steps down, 1 step up. But that was 3 steps down, 1 step up from no support. We are now hitting the medium moving average. The long moving average is not that far away. That's around about 1331.88 or thereabouts. That's the next level. Plus you've got this area. We're really hitting some support now. And it'd be very interesting to see if this follows through. At the moment, it doesn't look that way. And I draw your attention to something else which is also similar to the yen. We've got one shoulder potentially over September, October.
Yes.
We've got a second, a hedge, so to speak, over the period mid-October to the end of November. We've put a little bit of a split head. If we do bounce, the bounce may only be to sub 1400, 14 even, sorry, and then come back off again. So even then, if we have a bounce up, it could not necessarily be that strong. We've got, on the non-technical side, we've got the ANC Congress coming up very, very soon, in a week or so, 2 weeks or so. So that will be very, very interesting to see how that develops and who goes there. At the moment, because the main contender is actually leading at the moment, is a market-friendly one, so to speak, as seen by the market.
Yes.
That's why we've seen a strength in the rand at the moment. But it doesn't necessarily mean so. It's running into the support now. Never did it a week ago. Never really did it before then. So that was all to do with the ratings agencies.
Yes.
This is now to do with the ANC Congress, and it's also to do with the fact that we're running into support, proper support.
Another one to watch. It's all playing out quite well. So we'll certainly pick up on these next week, see how they've developed. But in the meantime, Eddie, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.